Welcome to Airborne Flight Training. Coming up on this week's episode, Southwest Airlines to reduce new hire pilot minimums. L3Harris wins ANA pilot training contract. Sheltair-Avfuel accepting scholarship applications. And I'm your host, Holland Lee. Let's get into today's stories. Southwest Airlines to reduce new hire pilot minimums. In a move certain to elicit ire from pilot unions and the traveling public, Southwest Airlines is reducing the flight experience requirements prospective new hire pilots must meet in order to be eligible for employment with the airline. Formerly, Southwest required pilot applicants to have logged at least 1,000 hours at the controls of turbine-powered aircraft. However, Southwest company website will now state the carrier prefers its pilot applicants to have 500 hours of turbine time, fully half the previous requirement. The airline said, quote, "Our robust and rigorous flight operation training program has not changed, and all current and future first officer candidates must pass all elements of the curriculum prior to flying for Southwest. As this recruiting change is aligned with hiring at or above FAA requirements, we'll continue selecting competitively qualified, world-class aviators who demonstrate extensive flight experience, professionalism, and Southwest values," end quote. Ironically, Southwest Airlines disclosed that it had exceeded its 2022 hiring goal and was on track to meet its expanded 2023 aircrew staffing goal. The announcement of Southwest's diminished new hire pilot standards comes only 5 months after Republic Airways invoked criticism for petitioning the FAA to halve the airline transport pilot flight time requirements for graduates of its Leadership and Flight Training Academy. And after the break, Flight Experience for Youth offers Vermont soaring opportunity for teens.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/rusty today for details.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Welcome back. Now let's take a trip around the patch for some other interesting stories. Flight Experience for Youth offers Vermont soaring opportunity for teens. Flight Experience for Youth, a nonprofit 501c3 organization, announced a trio of youth soaring camp scholarships for the summer of 2023. The group is dedicated to, quote, "creating growth opportunities for young people through aviation experiences and education," end quote, leveraging the thrill of flight to build hands-on experience in the world around them. The camp is a week-long immersive experience that includes 10 instructional flights, ground school, meals, supervised overnight camping on the airfield, and daily activities. The scholarships cover the full cost of tuition for students aged 13 to 18. Aero-Oklahoma event set for March 22nd. On Wednesday, March 22nd, from 900 to 1400 CDT, members of Oklahoma's aviation and aerospace industry will assemble at the state capitol in Oklahoma City to observe Aero-Oklahoma Aviation, Aerospace, and Defense Awareness Day. The event underscores the importance of aviation, aerospace, and defense to the state's economy and affords officials of Oklahoma's aviation and aerospace industries opportunity to come together as one and meet with state legislators and other elected officials for purpose of reminding them of Oklahoma's strong aviation heritage. British Air Force claims women cannot fly F-35. Citing a high probability of neck injury in combat or the event of pilot ejection, the British Royal Air Force, in an instance inconsistent with the service's penchant for political correctness and identity politics, has set forth that women do not weigh enough to fly the F-35 Lightning II fighter jet. At present, owing to inescapable physiological realities, only pilots weighing more than 150 pounds are cleared to wear the Gen 3 F-35 helmet, a 5-pound, $400,000 technological marvel. Insurance app released for drone operators. A new instant drone insurance app allows uncrewed aircraft system operators to purchase either hourly or annual policies to protect their investment. Aviators of all stripes are no stranger to insurance, but the relatively low cost of hobby and enterprise UAVs has precluded the use of specialty insurance to cover them in case of accidents. AirMoto takes a high-speed approach to insurance, allowing the installation of an application on iOS or Android platforms. Customers can select from insurance for a single drone or a fleet, as well as insure multiple pilots. That's it for today's trip around the patch. Let's get back to the rest of the news. L3Harris wins ANA pilot training contract. L3Harris Technologies announced that it had been selected by All Nippon Airways to facilitate the air carrier's pilot training needs. The agreement builds on a decades-long pilot training and flight simulator relationship between L3Harris and ANA subsidiary Peach Aviation. Subject relationship will now expand as L3Harris leverages its significant resources to provide pilot training for ANA, Japan's largest air carrier, and the entirety of its group airlines. L3Harris Airline Academy Vice President and General Manager David Coward stated, quote, "This agreement shows the confidence ANA has in the quality of L3Harris's training capabilities. The ANA group already entrusts us to train its pilots for Peach Aviation, and now we will play an even more important role in preparing pilots for its flagship carrier," end quote. In March 2023, the initial group of All Nippon Airways students will ship off to attend L3Harris's 60-week single-engine and multi-engine flight training and ground school in England before returning to Japan to complete work on their Japanese Civil Aviation Bureau licenses. L3Harris has supplied All Nippon Airways with flight training devices since the 1980s, with the first pilot training agreements between the two companies signed in 2018. And after these messages, Sheltair-Avfuel accepting scholarship applications.
If it looks good, it usually flies good. The Bristol series of aircraft is proof of that. Furthering their legacy of safety and efficiency, Bristol is proud to feature the Rotax 915 IS Turbo in the current lineup of aircraft. The 915 IS Turbo power plant offers more power than ever before in a light sport aircraft. Learn more about Bristol at www.sportflyingusa.com.
Throughout the globe, Piper Aircraft has hand-selected the very best in company representation, service, and support. From first inquiry to acquisition to product support, Piper Aircraft ownership is seamless and worry-free. Piper Aircraft authorized dealers, factory trained, factory connected.
Welcome back. Sheltair-Avfuel accepting scholarship applications. Sheltair Aviation, family-owned operator of 15 award-winning FBOs and a portfolio of over 4.5 million square feet of aviation-related properties across the U.S., has partnered with Avfuel Corporation, a leading global supplier of aviation fuel and services, to offer and announce the availability of the 2023 Future Takes Flight scholarships. Subject scholarship, now in its second year, will provide $30,000 in educational funds by way of 6 discrete $5,000 scholarships to be awarded to aerospace professionals across 3 categories. 2 of the $5,000 scholarships will be presented to individuals learning to fly or seeking advanced pilot ratings. 2 additional scholarships in the same amount will be granted to persons pursuing careers as aviation technicians. The final 2 $5,000 scholarships will be allotted to continuing education. By splitting the $30,000 endowment across 3 aforementioned areas, Sheltair and Avfuel are better able to support the future of business aviation. Sheltair President Lisa Holland stated, quote, "With the Future Takes Flight scholarship program, we're giving back to the industry that has given us everything. By providing meaningful financial support to aviators pursuing a greater commitment to business aviation, we're reinvesting in the aviation community we love," end quote. And that's our show for today. You can catch episodes of Airborne on YouTube, Roku, or Fire TV. Just search for Aero-News or Airborne, and don't forget to follow us on social media. Thanks for watching.